Brothers and sisters, some benefits I want to share with you. Fawaid. Fawaidun. Brothers and sisters, when you hear fawaidun, you should be very happy and write it down. Okay? So some benefits I want to mention, because we're now finishing the salams and we're going to move on to the isti'dan. So fawaidun. Fawaid, benefits. The first benefit is, if two people meet each other on the road, okay, and both of them say Assalamu alaikum to each other, both of them have to respond to it. First benefit. Okay? Some people, they don't do that. If they say Assalamu alaikum, one just doesn't say Wa alaikum salam. Sometimes that happens. Okay? By the way, all of this applies on the phone as well, mobile phones and text messages and things like that. Okay, is everybody with me on that first one? Is that first one understood? The second thing I want to share with you is, which is the second benefit. If someone says to you, Wa alaikum salam, do you have to say Assalamu alaikum? He says the response to you. Yeah? Someone says to Wa alaikum salam. He thought you said the salams. He said to you, Wa alaikum salam. Do you have to respond? No, there's no salams. Because he said a response to you. He didn't say salams to you, right? Also, na'am. So you just say salamu alaikum to him. You don't say wa alaikum salam as well. Point number three. The third benefit I want to share with you is, when you give the salams, brothers, raise your voices and sisters to the person you're giving it to. Okay? Raise your voice. Say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Don't be in a situation when where you say Assalamu alaikum, say Assalamu alaikum, and then no one hears you, and then when the people say, why do you give a salam? You go, no, I did. That's not salams. The idea of salams is that you make people hear you, right? Okay? Like, if the person becomes sick and he can't respond to the salam, he becomes sick and he can't respond, he can gesture the salams. It is, if you're sick and you can't respond, shara'an, you're allowed to gesture. And Imam al-Marudhi, he mentions that Abu Abdullah Ahmad ibn Hanbal, لما اشتد به المرض, when he became very sick, a lot of people used to enter onto him. Al-Marudhi mentions فيدخلون عليه أفواجا, the people come in large numbers. يسلمون عليه, they will say السلام عليكم يا أبا عبد الله. And because he was very sick, the reference mentions فيرد عليهم بيده, he would just respond to them by his hand, and he wouldn't say anything on his mouth. The fourth benefit I want to share with you is the deaf person, the salams, the way you give it to them is by ishara. You give it to them what? Bil ishara. And if he gestures to you his hand, you give him the hand response. That's the fourth benefit. The fifth benefit is, there's no harm. Ishara means gesture with your hand. When you gesture with your hand, you wave at the person. The fifth one is, there is no harm for you to say to someone after you've given them the salams, how was your day? Like, there's no problem. That's it. You can say whatever you want after that. There's no problem with that. Yeah? Another sixth point that I wanted to mention is, some people, when they're greeting people, they say a lot of the times, may Allah give you a long life. And that's not something praiseworthy. Yeah? Having a long life in this world, it's not a good thing. Yeah? Who would want to stay... just dropped something. So, who would staying in this world, someone say to you, may Allah allow you to stay in this dunya for long, or may Allah give you a long life. This is not a dua. Okay? It's not a good thing to say. Because the Prophet used to seek refuge in Allah from a long life like that, where the person becomes very senile. The Prophet used to say, وَأَعُوذُ بِكَ مِنْ أَنْ أُرَدَّ إِلَىٰ أَرْضَ لِلْعُمُرِ. Oh Allah, I seek refuge in reaching an old age, where you return to being a child again, where you start wearing nappies and you forget everybody. But to say that may Allah give you a long life of righteous deeds and an obedience, that's good now. Yeah? That's good. Al-Imam Ahmad rahimahullah, Abdullah ibn Ahmad ibn Hanbal, he said that رَأَيْتُ أَبِي إِذَا دُعِيَ لَهُ بِالْبَقَاءِ يَكْرَهُ. I saw my father that if anybody would make dua for him by saying أَبْقَاكَ اللَّهِ, he would dislike it. And he would say, وَهَذَا شَيْءٌ فُرِغَ مِنْهُ. And this is already destined. Allah already writ for me how long I'm going to live. Leave this, don't mention that stuff, he would say.